Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Just give me a second here while I put this out across Discord and Twitch. You can enjoy a wonderful Rannoch wide sunset from here as well. Everyone's having a wonderful weekend so far. Wonderful weather in the UK. Perfect day for playing video games, of course. What else? And then we'll put this on Twitter as well. Fantastic. Wonderful. So yeah, a little bit of an impromptu last minute stream decided this morning. So hopefully we'll have some people turn up for it anyway. But yeah, there's a few little bits across the city I want to do. The park under the bridge hasn't been developed at all yet, and it's been there for a while now, so we'll finish that first thing. And then there's a little bit in, I guess, kind of the northeast of this perspective, that just needs to be tied together since it used to be a tile boundary. So we need to sort that out as well. Hey Shannon, Bread Pickles, EMB, Kieran, Down Stuff, Curlew. What date isn't perfect for video games? That's true, Shannon. That is true. Hey Star, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm early, only by 2 minutes. It's not too bad. I've been earlier before. Hey Tech, how are you, mate? How are you? So there are builds in the map that are not yet out on YouTube, so we do need to be careful where we go, but we should be alright. So the bit I was thinking about initially, let me just set my microphone back a little bit there, sorry. Yeah, this little park around the bridge, nothing's ever been done with this. So I reckon we'll start with this, right? Should be quite a lot of fun. Hey Ryan, Bad Wolf, how are you guys? Happy Saturday, indeed. You guys have had a wonderful day. So I absolutely, certainly want pathways coming under all these bridges, right? So we'll have to do a touch of terraforming, but we're never afraid of that. Hello, we're kind of a sad situation here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tech. I hope you are alright, mate. I'm sorry to hear it's a sad situation. Hopefully nothing deathly serious. So we just don't need to be this bulky, do we? Let's go much more slopey here. Probably don't want any cliff face, actually. If we can make it all grassy hills, I think that's more what I'm inclined to do in the downtown. And we've probably got scope for a unique building here as well. So ideas in the chat, something from Africa in miniature maybe. Bit of a waterfront sort of tourist attraction might work out nicely. So use all this out. Cool. I have turned the game soundtrack back on, or the game soundtrack. If it's too dominating, let me know and I'll knock it back off again. It is very low, so it shouldn't be dominating. The stream's made my day. I'm glad to hear, Bread Pickles. It's only just started. It might be a terrible stream yet. Don't go all in just yet. It might make your day worse. It certainly has that power. So let's... I think we'll stick with vanilla pathway. I bet we can get some like tidy power action there, can't we? I definitely want a park area for this, so let's give it a gate. And if you'd like to name the park, suggestions in the live chat below, please. I think I probably want it off the road. There we'll have the unique building, won't we? This live stream is a welcome distraction from Saturday morning house cleaning. Hi, okay, Danatron, how are you, mate? What sort of housework have you got on? You doing polishing, cleaning, hoovering, or is it the full work? All hands on deck sort of job. Thinking of nice public gardens, maybe? Garden, it already pretty much is a garden, isn't it? Like, this whole waterfront is basically garden space, so just an extension of that, but I'm thinking one of the more quirky, difficult to use uniques here. Africa in miniature immediately stands out, doesn't it? There's some... Should we line them up, see what we think? All these kind of weird ones, definitely not the snake. Not, the answer is never the Royal Museum, is it? Yeah, there's still a few of them. I wouldn't even mind the communication centre here, actually. One of my favourite buildings, that. These sort of ones, you know? Downtown Botanical Garden could be cool. We could use a Botanical Garden here as well. Do you like this asset? What is this one? The Temple of Sahil. Or the Sahil. Or the Sahil Monument. It's all Sahil, isn't it? Yeah, maybe one of these. I feel like we never used this one, did we? Did we put this in Orchid Bay? I don't think we did. Can't remember. Quailshire, I like that. The observatory would be nice, replicating Greenwich in London. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be nice, actually. But I think I'll probably put the observatory in the mountains for Rannoch. I only get one of them. Never been to a live stream before, but recently got into watching your videos. Nice to have you. Cup of critique. Hopefully a kind cup of critique for my videos. Hey Kieran, welcome to the stream, mate. All not good at the moment for me, but looking forward to seeing you build some good things. Well, hopefully we can be a distraction for you, Tech. There is always the Discord as well down below me if you're looking for a community to escape to, someone to say good morning to in the morning. There's always a few of us there. It's linked in the video description if you want to join us. So I reckon we'll go to heal Temple then. I want to position that so that spire is out over the strait, right? That's definitely the... And of course, it's not going to centralize, so we'll do it ourselves. That's actually bring... How deep was that? Do we still have a lot of room? Yeah, we do actually. So that's our current grid orientation. Let's snap into the middle of the grid about here. Run that across. It's now in the way, but that should be okay. Yeah. And then we'll just take off that road and move this little configuration up a little bit. What's the minimum distance we can get away with connecting? It has to be right in front. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Do we want an airport apron? I think it's a possibility. And then we can create some car parking here as well for people visiting said temple. Any excuse to whip out the old apronage. Let's fill it there, just that 4 width up to the temple. And of course it collides. it never just goes normal, does it, on the assets I actually want to do it on. Let's just roughly line it up. Get away with that, can't I? That's a stunning asset. I think it's quite underused, isn't it? Africa in miniature is definitely one of the weirder packs, I think, but there are some pretty tidy buildings in there, actually. Let's chuck in some car parking too. For park and temple enthusiasts. Always a good kind of critique. You're very soothing to watch while work stresses me out. Plus, I think you said you're from the lakes like me. That's bonus points. It is bonus points. A fellow Cumbrian, even though I'm not born Cumbrian. But yeah, nice. I love the Lake District. It's always nice to meet someone else from there. Yes, I am. I am not in the national park, but you know, close to it at least. Yeah. I think we'll switch to vanilla path here. Oh no, I need to put the bloody park gate in, don't I? Do we want to do park gate? Where's the collision mesh for that? Right on the edge. There. And then stick the park gate here at the top. Let's do that main gate, which of course doesn't centralize again, does it? Bane of my existence. One thing I do like about CST, you know, is you can just plop and place not snapping to roads, so you can get centralization without the need to move it. Massive quality of life improvement. The city skylines. And then let's just bring that up to the gate so it gets its connection. Cool. A little bit of terrain janky to work out, but at least installs the gate for us. What do you think? I think I'm happy with. Let's sort that terrain out and begin to paint the park area out. Do we get some good park suggestions as well? Let's have a look. Let's get this painted out. Alawi, was that your park name suggestion? Star? I think Shannon suggested Quillshy, didn't she? And she was here from the beginning, so should we give it to Shannon? Was it Quillshire, I think, wasn't it? Art name Quillshire, right. I'll copy it how you spelled it, Shannon. And that's the that's the tweet. Not the that's great. I'm just gonna put it right in. Making it much more difficult than that needed to be, of course. Just a big thank you. I'm a newcomer and I don't have the imagination you have, so I use your videos as a build along, but learning load. Thank you so much, Steve. I did exactly the same, mate. I used to want to build along to Imperial Jedi's videos as a way to learn. I think it's the best way to learn a game, actually, is playing along with someone. It's certainly how I enjoy learning to play. Learn to play a lot of Total War like that as well, actually. So, I'm glad the videos can help you with that, mate. That's very nice. Thank you for watching. And then let's just ease that out, and that can all link together. So returning to the base here, we won't have key going all the way around because we've got the bridge foundation there, and I'm just not prepared to tackle that without Anarchy turned on. So we'll leave the rocks in. We'll probably add some more in as well, make it quite a rocky shoreline there. And then around the park, let's start to give this a bit of sort of boundary and definition now, if you like. Let me knock my phone on silent so the texts aren't coming through. Yeah. Apologies. Very amateur. I'll have another little gate here. And then let's stick this vanilla pathway into it as well. Special. And then we'll go with fences because we have a lot of nodes to use. And did you upgrade the rail yard? No, I didn't yet, ATP. No, I didn't yet. We can do it today, though. Absolutely, we can do it today. You wanted to add one-way rails, I think, didn't you? You have to make sure you hang around so you can tell us how we should install them. Let's try and curve. Oh, come on, vanilla. What's that? What's that? That is not colliding. That's a terrible collision mesh, isn't it? My word. Right, we'll go around it then. Go around. Forcing me to. Let's do... Where's your one? So about there is where we want to land, isn't it? There we go. And then we'll reshape this as well then. Let's leave those 3 tiles against the road. And then hook it in that right? Yeah. Just so it looks a bit more boundaried off, right? We'll stick some other gates the other side of the mountain as well once we get there. The Grand Library, whatever it's called, would fit in with the name Quillshire, plus you never really use it. The Grand Library? I use that every city, Harry. Are you thinking about the Academic Library? I don't use that one very often. But we've already used it here, the Grand Library. It's already been used in Rannoch. It's just behind us. And I'm pretty sure it's also been used in every build we've ever done, the Grand Library. You might be thinking of Academic Library, maybe. The big historical one. Let's bring this in. No, let's go down to the key, actually. I don't like how that looks. Yeah. And then with this, the concrete edge is very harsh, so we also have park over here, so we could also do some further park assets. What have we got over here? Wouldn't mind placing something just to make this hub a little bit busier. The tram, I guess the metro takes a lot away, doesn't it, I suppose? Have a chessboard. Can we do a little viewing platform there? We can. They do sit very strangely on those keys though, don't they? Maybe not them. More airport apron? Or is that gonna... Yeah, it's gonna start. It's gonna start to get too much, isn't it? That's fine. Just a little cluster of services, maybe a little A little zoo asset in there as well. Souvenir shop maybe. Can we get that to settle in? Yeah. Buy some souvenirs in the foot of the skyline from here, can't you? Should have very nice views. We'll also enjoy a posture check and hydration break as well, while we enjoy the downtown Metro Plaza. Always take a chance to look at this. And the Grand Library will actually work well with the African Miniature Temple. Yes, it would. It would. I guess they are just down the road, aren't they? Any plans for more future collabs? I love your build with Fury in Orchid Bay. Also, you're following her Philadelphia. Unbelievably good. Yeah, Philadelphia's incredible, isn't it? Fury's a very good builder. Yeah, there's always room for more collabs. I've done Few Candy quite a few times. We did Ilos and Orchid Bay. Always open for more if people want to do them. I did try to nail down Biffa at some point as well. Mentioned it to him in the podcast, and we said we'd try to get something sorted. The main thing is aligning schedules really with collabs. That tends to be what the deal breaker is. But yeah, I'm always open. And Philadelphia's a very good build as well. Unbelievably good. Very, very much is. Hey, Booklando, how are you? Bro, is there any way downloading mods for cracked CS1? No, Usman, there's not. And you're getting banned. No, you're getting timed out for that as well, mate. Don't crack the game, mate. Go support the developers. You can have a timeout for that as well. 30 minutes, mate. Don't crack or pirate games, mate. If you mention that again, you'll just get a straight ban. Support the developers, dude. Don't steal. Don't be just like a blanket, yeah? Support the developers. Don't crack games. Hey, Adam. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hide the awkward divots in the concrete with planters, or are they in the anarchy zone? Probably anarchy zone, I think. We'll chat though. PMB. Hey, Pete. Tiger Lily. Welcome to the stream, guys. Just in the middle of a hydration break here, sorry. How many are we getting through here now? Oh yes, it finally broke. Has it broken 3,000 before? I think it has, hasn't it? There's too many transit hubs. There's a queue track on out. I need to start a spreadsheet now, no? For max ridership per hub. Did you put the bird and bee haven in? I'm not, Harry. We'll do that today as well, mate. We'll do that today as well. Right, let's bring in some bush lining so we can just have a hedgerow for the temple. That Metro Plaza might be the best one you've ever made. I think it's certainly the busiest. It's definitely more well designed than it was in Orchid Bay, because Orchid Bay was like a bit of an afterthought, wasn't it, with that Metro Plaza? We didn't put it in until like episode... God, I don't even know. A long time after the downtown went in, at least, anyway, right? It wasn't anytime soon. That really irritates me that that grass is there. I might have to put an airport, another airport apron there. Oh, come on, CS. Don't screw it out. How close can I get you across? It's going to have to be like that, isn't it? That's fine, though. I can work with that. That's fine. It's over 3,000. Cracked Scouter. I feel like I get the reference, EMB, but I can't quite pinpoint it, you know? As with most of your references in the Discord, to be fair. I do usually have to ask. That's definitely more a me problem than it is you, though. Don't worry about that. I just don't get a lot of references. But the problem is I don't really watch a lot of films, so a lot of references tend to go over my head, you know? But know a lot of quotes. Not a massive film person. Hey Amilcar, welcome to the stream. Tim's got his coffee, very good, Tim. At the Financial District's Plaza was praying for your downfall, like, it was, Brad. It was. Because I constantly berate the DLC in my videos. This is the worst. You guys shouldn't play this. Ignore the financial DLC. Although in today's City Showcase, which only went out an hour ago, so probably a few of you haven't seen it yet, someone made their entire skyline out of Financial District's DLC. And I liked it. It was actually quite cool. But you can check that out. That was on today's video that went out this morning. Hey Rastaman, it has been a while, mate. I've missed you. How are you? I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm just fighting vanilla anarchy limits. Trying to design a park Which is turning out splendid, isn't it? I just think, like, I think this is as good, not that, you know, obviously Teddy's bridge was modded, but I think this is a nice aesthetic bridge, isn't it? Just to kind of hang around the base of it. I love massive infrastructure in CS. I think it really helps a build. And this is like that, isn't it? This qualifies as massive infrastructure. We've got 4 bridges here, all layered with paths underneath. It's very dramatic. I love it. Super cool. Right. Financial, Sunset Harbour, Disasters and Concerts are the only DLC I don't have now, and I bet Financial will be the very last. I'd say you probably get Concerts last, to be fair. I'd definitely get Sunset Harbour, Natural Disasters, Concerts, and... No, Financial and Concerts again. Because, like, Financial does give you, gives you them big fat buildings, doesn't it? Where is it? The stock exchange stuff. It's here, the first one. Yeah, you do get the 2 plazas. This is a very nice building, the elevated plaza, and then underground garden plaza is also very nice as well. But you do also get nice uniques. It's just the mechanic is balls. Like, once you've done it once, you're never ever gonna do it again. That's my issue with it. And the building, the zonable buildings are disgusting, for the most part anyway. Right, let's focus on the viewpoint. Right, let's come to the top for a little bit now. We've landscaped the bottom. Lots of the probably nature reserve viewpoints here actually. Slope too steep. No, it isn't. You want your viewpoint. You're supposed to be immune to slope too steep. Let me go there. Oh, that's got to be centralized with the road, hasn't it? I can't not do that. Let me see if we can just line that up a little bit. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? That's a very cool sightline. Oh, with all the trains and the metro as well, oh my word. That's so cool. Isn't that amazing? That is beautiful. I absolutely love that. The train and the metro both go in opposite directions then. How nice was that? Right. The whole was actually like, yeah, but it's all political shit in it, tech. So like, read the stream rules, mate. Don't bring that sort of stuff in here. There's loads of shit to talk. There's loads of places to go talk about political stuff on the internet, mate. My live stream isn't one of them. Just deal with it and don't bring it in. Read the live stream rules and just follow them, please, mate. That's all you need to do. Yeah, as Mag says, just follow the rules. That's all I need you to do, mate. I don't know how to be dishing out several timeouts of stream. If you want to go talk about that stuff, mate, loads of places on the internet you can go and do it. Where you are right now is not one of them. The whole world is silent. And that's a straight user on this channel. Sorry, tech, mate. If you're just going to keep ignoring warnings, mate, then that's just a straight ban. Goodbye, and thank you for the watch time. Let's rotate these rocks around, Tim. Let's do 90 degrees. There we go. Well, do we want to do fencing here, actually? I think we might do fencing. Sorry, absolute mass deletion noise. And I think on this top pathway, let's change this to actual park, because then it'll push the ground out for us, giving us more space to put this fence in. Let's do farm. What did you miss? We're finally building the downtown park. That is been left unfinished for a long, long time. Here, if you need perspective, under the bridge, there's big green space here. A lot of fun. And then let's bring this around as well. Node count is still not over 60% for Rannoch, so we're fine. And then central assets, it's obviously got to be park sensitive stuff, hasn't it? So I almost think Zoo Plaza for some reason. Can I rotate you and still have you connected? We can. Not here though. I don't think any kind of centralization will work just because of the shape we've got to play with. I think let's stick to City Park. Maybe the regular plaza. You could maybe extend a university building and place an Institute of Botany or something in this garden. That's not a bad shout at all, EMB. Campus asset up here. Does the beach volleyball club do that? I think it does. You might be right there, EMB. Where's the nearest campus area here? I think we're gonna go with that. EMB has stolen the day. Of course it's all boxed off, isn't it? I have to bring it all the way around. Just bring it up here. And then I don't want to disturb the actual parquet that the assets are sat on, because the game will hate me. Right. Let's do... no, not that one. It's got the volleyball court on it. I can't use that. Maybe the book club. Maybe the book club's the one I'm probably thinking of, isn't it? The other little small mini building. Where is it? Or IT club, was it? Maybe the book club's the other campus type. IT club will probably suit though, won't it? It looks like an Institute of Botany, doesn't it? You want to name it EMB? You want to name the building? That was your idea. Let's see if we can sketch out these tiles. What are those tiles? They're garden. Are they garden tiles? No. Yard. I knew it was something like that. That was close. Let's see if we can bring that down, right? Something like that. And then I do want to have it flush, and I'll just sort of slightly change the angle on it here so we can... They very nearly go over the pathway, don't they? I'll keep it like that. That way we can just do something a bit more interesting with it. And then let's do a little bush line in here. And then... Where's our collision radiuses here? And then can we do... that as well, then a tree, maybe an unusual tree, maybe the baobab, to signal botany, I suppose. Ah, no, that looks ridiculous. Absolutely not. Something a bit smaller than that. Something we don't really use though. California palm. I think the birch is there, isn't it? What happened to Kokai? I lost interest in the map, to be honest, mate. I just wasn't massively enjoying the project. It was also at a time as well where like my CS2 was incredibly unstable. It was just a nightmare actually getting Kokai to load. Same with Edinburgh as well. Yeah, so I've just not really been in the mood for the project. I wouldn't say it's fully dead. It might do with Thessia, but I have no immediate plans to return to Kokai anytime soon. Especially now that Yokley has started. Which I'm very much enjoying, by the way. CS2 Vanilla is a treat. I'm really enjoying playing that at the minute. Line tool and surfaces make an incredible difference to the just vanilla CS experience, you know. What did you say, EMB? EM Botanical Institute. E. There you go. Pioneer, that's a warning for breaking stream rules. No political chat in the live stream, please. If you want to talk about that, go elsewhere on the internet for it. My live streams are not the place. Please read the stream rules in the video description. Let's spin the rocks around here again now too. There's lots of these really. Spam against the water. We don't want to get too close to the water here actually, because they will kind of warp the vanilla water and make it all weird. Thanks for the explanation. No worries, man. Yeah, it just kind of felt like I was... like I lost direction with Kokai, you know? Like that the city didn't really have a theme. And the fact that the region packs weren't out probably had a massive impact as well, because the vanilla pool at that point was just pretty awful with just the vanilla assets, because a lot of them aren't very, very nice. Those region packs certainly improved CS2 an awful lot. So maybe I'd enjoy Kokai, you know, with the region packs now. Maybe I give it a revisit. Should load it up again. I hate not finishing cities, you know. I was devastated to not really give Thessia a proper send-off, which we still will. Like, Thessia has returned with a couple of episodes in the last month or so, so... we will actually have Farewell Thessia cinematics someday, when I deem the project totally complete. Bring some of that Rannoch forest brush back in as well now, just around these more unruly bits of cliff, where you wouldn't get people walking here. We get any here, it's all too steep terrain, isn't it? I don't want to do it here though, because this is probably quite nice viewpoint action, isn't it? This is what you want to see, this is why you come here, isn't it, you know? The views across the street. Okay. Something feels off with all the visuals at medium field of view, very close and very zoomed out, all look pretty lovely in CS2. I would say CS2 looks worse than 1. There's certainly a lot less colour. I don't like the textures of 2 a lot either. I think if you look at the texture of Pathway, like it looks... It's like damaged, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like CS2, everything's super clean, and I think that really hurts the visuals. Textures just look too flat in CS2. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Yeah, I think it's very flat, isn't it? Flat and clean and just not a lot of depth to them. Yeah, I think CS1 certainly has lots more colour, at least. I'm hoping for a graphical update for CS2 isn't absolutely years away, because it does need its water and its nighttime sorting out. The nighttime visuals are some of the worst things about the game. It looks terrible at night, like, significantly worse than 1 did. Not that you spend a lot of time looking at nighttime, you know, but I like the nighttime visuals. I like a little dramatic sunset cinematic. I think it sets up the city nicely, and you can't really do it in 2 because it's either major lens flare or just kind of not really night. It's still kind of quite bright out, you know. I wouldn't mind having something present halfway up the mountain. A little cafe and like a little rest stop, maybe for those that can't make it all the way up to the top. Grass not having sprites is a huge downgrade too. It looks like green concrete. Yeah, you don't realise how important those sprites were, right? You don't know what you've got until it's gone. Bring back grass sprites. I don't think we're ever going to get CS2 on consoles. I think you will. I think they will deliver it, but when? Who knows, man? Like, the fact, like, even us in the early access group, we've not even seen screenshots yet, like, nothing. Like, so for it to still not be screenshotable at this stage, it's like, holy crap, like, how still far away is it, you know? Like, we've seen nothing of it, not even screenshots, not a trailer. I do wonder what state that is in, you know? I think you will get it there, I think it will deliver, but I'm probably saying not this year. I'd probably say not by this time next year either. I'd say you're probably looking at next summer, possibly. This is warping my terrain here, isn't it? Let me flip this around a little bit. And then just some classic Heartlife bench. I'll do some little rock walls here, actually, so people don't walk off the edge, because that is definitely a deathly fall there. Some picnic benches. A couple of bins. Usual park vibe. And then let's do... I would love to create actually a bit of a landslide, and that could be quite cool, couldn't it? Maybe here. Sort of an enormous formation of rock that's now crashed in by the water. But you know, it used to be here, and you can almost see where it's fell away. It's eroded over the years. This would obviously suffer from horrific erosion. Yeah, CS2 is the equivalent of the sad beige interior deco. Yeah, I hope it just wants its textures updating, which I know they are planning to do. They mentioned, I think they've mentioned it publicly now, they want to overhaul the lighting and water in particular, so it'll come. It just needs time. Definitely a lot better than it was at launch. You know, I can enjoy vanilla very much so now in CS2. Very much so. So, but all I need is my line tool, my tree brush, and I'm happy. You know, my 3,500 hours in CS1, probably 3,000 of those hours are without most mods. So, like, I'm already pretty accustomed to it. I can play without movie, you know, I can deal with it. So I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to sort of quality of life improvements, you know. I can't express how happy I was when the line tool came. I was like, oh my god, 10 years time, the CS franchise receives the line tool, my word. So excited. Let's see if we can squeeze in some more of these interesting formations. Hey, we've got people walking up now. Very nice, very nice. I was afraid this might suffer a bit of Mad Mountain syndrome in Orchid Bay, for those that remember that. Remember, like, we built that really gorgeous viewpoint and no one went to it, like the entire series. I don't think it had one visitor. I was like, oh, I put all my heart and soul into this and no one cares. Wonderful. Cool. Let's enjoy that viewpoint there, right? Isn't that wonderful? Look at the roads as well. One thing I do prefer about CS1 still actually is the busyness. I feel like CS2, especially in the larger cities when the sim cap kicks in and you only have a set amount of people across a very wide area, it makes it feel very quiet. But you know, the CS1, it bustles, doesn't it? It moves, you know. Alive. as evident by our transport plaza. Anyway, let's have a little drink and a posture check, please, people. Stretch out the backs. And that last stretch of pass keeps getting steeper. Maybe level it out a touch. Yeah, we'll probably regrade that. I think it needs a bit of a switch back, doesn't it? It has gone a bit too steep now. And then we'll get some props by the entrance as well. It's a bit barren at the minute, isn't it? Yeah. I think that's why we keep getting packs of CS1 to keep us Xbox players happy. Possibly. Yeah. That is a possibility. I think they said, in that press release, the last one they released, they basically said, if we keep buying them, they'll keep making them, didn't they? Pretty sure I mentioned that in the video. I kind of said, you know, they have actually given us an official stance on what the future of CS1 is. They're, you know, making more if we buy. Egg, you know, there's functional rock climbing, right? I might want to add it from the nature reserve. Yeah, we can add the rock climbing thing. I'll be happy with that. Where are you? Yeah. Where do we want this? Let's do not here. Maybe down this side. Yeah, we'll get it down this side. Some rock climbing in the with views of the downtown skyline. Be very cool, wouldn't it? Yes, let's do this pathway first. Yeah, it's pretty it's pretty steep, that, isn't it? Let's just regrade that so it's not murdering everyone's calves. We do. This is a difficult one to grade this. We'll go back to that bottom slope in a second. What do you mean? Space already occupied. You just worked absolutely fine. Yeah, it's a bit less severe, isn't it? And then with this one now, because we've had to push the terrain out, let's just reform where this goes. I think it just needs to bleed out here a little bit first. There we go. That's what I need. And then let's get that big curve back in. Wonderful. That's a bit less intense, isn't it? So yeah, I wish, you know, what would be a great functionality, I hope CS2 introduces this at some point, is like if you go above a certain percentage of gradient, the path will turn to stairs. I would love that. That would be such an amazing feature. Maybe one day. And then send that round into the corners. So we got a bear there as well. Wonderful. The bears are in the park. I think just some simple, very sparse, larger trees now on the way up. Nothing overly designed. Drop down a size as well. Get some vanilla trees in here too. God damn it. Now it's happened here as well. Let's regrade this. There we go. I think that's a little bit nicer, isn't it? It's a few extra nodes, but you know, what damage does that do? Hey Drew, how are you, mate? Mongo Slade, welcome into. I'm sticking with CS1 for right now, so I'll be happy with more content for it. Yeah, I don't think the only one. It's still got nearly double the players on Steam anyway, CS1. There's still more people playing the first game. I'm getting a lot of questions now as well, asking if there's going to be something to succeed Rannoch, and I think there simply will be, because you guys still want to see CS1. So, although I don't think it'll be a little bit more modded than this one though. I think I'll kind of introduce the big five, you know, and then you got Move It, Anarchy, Multi-Tool, Insertion Marking Tool, and I don't know, Got the Globals probably. They're like my big five that like change the game up a lot more. So it kind of, I'll still do official assets, but you know, we'll be able to, you know, Insertion Marking Tool and Node control our major junctions, for example. I think that's what's coming, but TBC, Rannoch still has quite a few builds left yet, so don't worry about it anytime soon. Should we do a couple of bouldering sites? Can we get them in? No. No, we can't. That looks horrendous. Let's chisel that one out. We've got some layers to work in there as well. I feel like this isn't maybe suited over here. I feel like I'm putting it on the wrong side of the hill, aren't I? Kind of wants to be over here, really. Let's put it near the rocks. Let's clear a little bit of forest for it. And just level some terrain so we can come down. We'll do something else here though, where we've chiseled out that layer on the hill. I position the rocks so they're in the rocks. And probably can. Let's see if we can sort this out here. Yeah. And then let's grab some of this stuff and try and find a position. And that's pretty perfect there, isn't it? This might just sort of work. Does this look alright? Any reason why I wouldn't use part life pathways? I just prefer the vanilla for going uphill, I think. We've got them on top, but I don't like the bins and the benches on mad terrain on official part life pathways, so I tend to go for the propless vanilla ones. But yeah, I know they can form terrain. It's what we did at the top here to kind of level off the peak, you know. And then let's bring that forest back in as well. And again, I do have find it. I could just go for the propless pathways. Do I want to try propless part life? We prefer it to vanilla. Nature reserve passages and okay. No, it's not a bad shout actually, you know. Do we want to do nature reserve? Yeah, I actually might prefer nature reserve, you know. That's a great shout from Red. Yeah, let's do that. I like the nature reserve. I think that's deleted some fence as well there, though, didn't it? That is illegal. Let's make sure we redraw that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Without deleting the pathway. Would be helpful. There we go. That's what we need. Yeah, I think I'll do the nature reserve this side. I do quite like the vanilla ones here. And what else do we want here? Any other park assets? Do you want to do a bit of an enclosure? Further heading into the sort of botanical vibe. I know birds aren't plants, but you know, it's nature at least. Birdhouse here. Would birds be traumatized by the nighttime lights? Possibly. But I guess birds live in cities anyway, don't they? So I'm definitely overthinking that. The road layout in this area is so nice. Yeah, I love the downtown road frame of Rannoch. Very cool. We got some traffic there. Hello, boys. Is that just AI stupidity? Yes, it is. Do you want a merging lane? Will that help you? Let's give you 4. Alright. Does that help you not be stupid? No. Of course it doesn't. They have the turn lane anyway. They can use it if they want. Yeah, do we like the birdhouse here? Is the birdhouse a pro? Have a drink as well here. I suppose I've not got my chat set to live chat either. There we go. CS1 could become your niche, seeing as you're only one of the creators still making content for it on YouTube. Yeah, it pretty much is, to be honest. I'm only one of the only ones left covering it now. There is still a few other smaller channels making CS stuff. CS1 stuff, that is. Yeah, it's not tons of it anymore, though. It's kind of how it started, though, to be honest. My bread and butter has always been... I know we've done, like, things like Ilos, and which have been very heavily modded projects over the years. And, SEO as well, of course. But, yeah, my bread and butter has always just been vanilla quality of life, you know. I don't enjoy massively modded experiences. I find them to be, I don't know, a bit too bloated sometimes, I think, when you've got like 1,000 asset lists. Definitely did feel more burnout towards the end of Ilos and Thessia than I did the vanilla build, you know. The botanical garden might be too much of a chungus at the top of the hill. Yeah, we'd have to bring a road up here as well to hold it. We could definitely get it down here though. We could bring the road out this way actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of that fence. And then if we bring a road out, let's just do this one. Let's do a road length too. I forgot how slow sim speed is in vanilla. This isn't vanilla simulation speed. This is 65% of it. Yeah, if you want regular vanilla sim speed, that's it. You'll see it. Normal. There you go. That's what it normally is. Yeah, but I play with it just slightly reduced. It also affects the movement of the camera as well. Makes it significantly more sort of drifty, which I like for recording. But yeah, it is slower than vanilla, which is probably why you're realising it looks slower than normal. Let's bring the botanical garden in. Of course, it doesn't fit. It very nearly does though, doesn't it? It's very close to fitting. Let's just do a bit of terraforming then. I can deal with that. It's a lot of rocks, isn't it? You know, I might actually install Move It. I was thinking about this the other day, actually recording Rannoch, just for the purpose of resetting the bloody graveyards. So sick. I'm having to empty them pretty wide every time they fill up. Incredibly annoying. We've got some real height differences knocking around here, haven't we? It's fine though. It'll pan out. Let's just push that out and then we'll also reform where you sit as well. Just needs to come off slightly more on an angle, doesn't it? And then let's do that on there. Would you find a botanical garden next to a temple? We're not breaking any realms of realism now, are we? Rotate by 90 degrees would have been the easier option, EMB. I unfortunately haven't done that though. So no. Put it again. You find all the zoo noises annoying? Yeah, they are pretty repetitive, aren't they? I think, is it the antelopes? I think that are particularly just like horrendous. Like they just don't shut up. Almost to the point of like comedy sometimes with it, I think. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. And then let's just drop in some chungus rocks around here to blend the transition back to nature in. And then if we can bring that fence, it's gonna be too short to do a single segment there, isn't it? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the collision mesh for it's there, isn't it? I was gonna think like a bit of a security fence, but it wouldn't be much, would it? Because I can't get close to the garden. That's fine though. I think I'm happy with that there. Why do you never use the city keys? Does it still have that bug? Which one? Key? Do you mean, this one? City key. We have used it, haven't we? It's not over there. I definitely used that in the city, haven't I? Is it an angel? It's not. I'm not sure, Harry. I've definitely used that recently. Or was that in another... That might have been in a test build, actually. I feel like I have recently played City Key. No reason, Harry. I just love the content creator ones. Yeah, I just love them. I tend to go for them 90% of the time. On vault. Right. Let's bring this wild hedge border around the back of the temple now we've reinstalled new key. I think we probably will make it walkable. Let's have a little vanilla stretch of path there that just connects those networks. And some trees as well. Let's go for a more exotic selection, I suppose. Which should give this area a pretty cool visual from the waterfront as well. Two quite interesting buildings here now, haven't we? Hey Pro Panther, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. I'm well. I feel like it's much harder to be happy with what you're building modded because the extra stuff makes the standard so much higher. That's a very good way of saying it, actually, Brad, yeah. Yeah. I sometimes play with the insertion marking tool thinking like, would a Cruis do this? It's like, his standards are much higher than mine. I'm not really using this mod very well, am I? It's, yeah, I totally appreciate that, actually. That's a very good way of saying it. Bread Pickles is full of very wonderful advice today. How do you get so many creative ideas in one video and never run out of them? I don't know. To be honest, I've been doing it for 6 years. I don't know. Yeah, it just, I just love the game. I love Cities Skylines 1 Vanilla in particular is my favorite. I just yeah, I never get bored. It's great. I love CS1 Vanilla. It's such a good city building experience, isn't it? I think. Do we want anything under the? I can't imagine anyone would come and eat here, right? This would be noisy as hell sat under this. I think it'd be weird to have attractions under here, wouldn't it? I think we won't. I think we'll just leave that as the entrance. I think I'm also going to remove the bush lining from there as well, and then we'll just treat it as like basically picnic space. If anyone wants to come here and chill out under the shadow of the oak trees and watch the bridge or just enjoy nature, etc., then they have the green space to do it here. I do love the little CS2 vanilla picnic blanket props, actually. They're very nice. I wish I had some of those here. Actually, could we use a tile as a prop? Oh, sorry, not as a prop, as a blanket, like a picnic blanket. Maybe, maybe the amusement park tiles. Does that look like a picnic blanket? No is the answer. What about one with the birds? A bird picnic blanket? I mean, it's pretty crude, but it sort of works. I don't know. I'll wait for the chat to respond to that one. I always like other cities much better than my own. Yeah, that's true of me as well, Kaisenberg. That's true of me as well. I often watch other creators and just think, why? Do I have 115,000 subscribers? These guys are significantly better than me. Yeah, I get that too. Could you switch the end trees to make it in tallest to shortest? It's doing my OCD. Yeah, I think Starstuff's got a point, Harry. Yeah, you can't expect trees to bow to your OCD. I think if I do that for you, you will go through life expecting trees to bow to your whim, and I'm not sure I can bear that responsibility, I'm afraid. I'd love to have a property under my name in Rannoch, please. Absolutely. Would you like a tower? Would you like this one here? This can be Mohanad Heights. There you go, mate. You have Mohanad Heights in central business Rannoch. Right, let's get this part wrapped up. How have we been doing this for? Pretty much an hour, which is nice. And then I want to go start that other project in the northeast we mentioned at the start of the stream. Let's do just cute side gate here. Is all we need. And then let's grab that. So just to come back to that point, by the way, how do I always stay creative? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do load up CS and I'm just like, I'm not inspired to record. I have no idea what goes in like that particular development. You know, sometimes I can just wake up and I'm not feeling creative. It's not always an exact science, I suppose. Yeah. it can ebb and flow sometimes, but I think loving the game you play certainly helps you make content on it, you know? It's a big reason why I had to dip on CS2 for a few months at the start of last year, because like the experience was just so janky. Obviously much better than it is now, right? But, yeah, but I had to stop playing because I was loading into maps and just like, I don't know what this looks like. So yeah, enjoying is also a helpful part of the job, I suppose. Taking breaks is also important to refresh ideas. Absolutely, yeah, burnout. Burnout is a real thing when you have a creative job. Even not being a YouTuber, like when I worked in like creative marketing, you suffer burnout as well. And you're constantly creating, sometimes you hit that mental block and you're just not coming up with what you think are good ideas, and you start to judge them and second guess yourself. Yeah, there's a lot that can throw a spanner in the works, so to speak. But at the same time, I'm also very lucky. Like, a lot of people have extremely stressful office jobs and stuff like that, you know? So, I'm very lucky in that regard. I don't have some horrendous CEO barking at me, which is good. I am the CEO, which is nice. Here, which bro, if I buy a CS1, will I get mods for free? If you buy it on Steam, Usman, yes. Make sure you play on Steam, because Epic is not a great experience with mods. There's a link to Instant Gaming in the description. You will get City Skylines there now. But let me go check how much CS1 is. Hold on, let me bring it up on screen for you. So if you go to Instant Gaming, it's linked in the description. Type in City Skylines, and Cities 1 for PC and Mac. Is that on Steam? It is Steam, yeah. It's £5, mate. It's nothing. You know what I mean? Then you've got all your DLCs there if you want them. Like, shopping malls is £1.94. Airports is a £5. So all the main packs are £5 if you want the content creator packs. So you can get Seaside Resorts for 85p now. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's super cheap. Just go get it there if you want it. But if you want to play mods, make sure you're getting the Steam version. Don't play on Epic. It makes it much harder to download mods. Steam Workshop is just unrivaled. Although having said that, I don't mind Paradox mods for Cities 2. I did think that, you know, transition away from the workshop would be a never-ending pain, but I have come to get on board with Paradox mods. It's not a bad option. I think once they add the ability to share play sets, it'll become a lot better, I think. Okay, I think I'm happy with this now. We've got plenty of landscape around the hill, haven't we? Definitely a much more interesting space, that, isn't it? I really like that. Do you think you'd do more realistic vanilla city inspired by a real city? I probably wouldn't do a recreation project in vanilla, because I think you do need the mods for that. Like, if you look at a lot of the intersections and the junctions around Phoenix, like, we definitely needed the mods to make that. I could never have done that in vanilla. So a recreate, I mean, I don't know, but you say that, like, Cities 2, I guess we're sort of recreating Ithaca in Yoakley, so that's vanilla, but it is CS2, so it's got the quality of life improvements, you know. I don't know, if we ever do another recreation, i.e. what Ilos was to Phoenix, it will probably be modded. I think you need the tools for it, really. That's gorgeous, that, isn't it? Look at that for a view, everyone. Should we watch the sunset from here before we move on? Thank you for 110 of you spending your very last-minute live stream Saturday with me. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream thus far. Yeah, let's watch the sunset from here, right where we posture check and hydrate break. Wonderful. Love a little park space. I need to get the content creator packs at some stage because I don't have. You don't have any, Harry. You've got to get some, mate. No content creator packs is brutal. You've got to get European Suburbia at least. There's loads of them, mate. There's loads. Oh God, you don't even have the keys. You don't have the content creator keys, the content creator roads. It is bad, Harry. Check out the instant gaming link, mate. You'll get some deals on there. Very nice as well. Views, pretty special, that, isn't it? That is very satisfying to look at. Very cool, actually. I'm very proud of Rannoch. I think it's certainly our best vanilla project so far. It does somehow feel more planned and designed than Orchid Bay did, which I didn't think we would beat that, to be honest. I thought Orchid Bay would be the pinnacle for a few years, but I do probably prefer Rannoch at this point, I have to say. A new favourite child. And plus it's Boreal, right? How much of a difference does the Borealis make, right? At this time of year, located entirely within this stream. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love Rannoch. Very nice. I'm very happy with it. Right, let's head over to the other side of the city I wanted to work on today. Over here. So obviously, this used to be a tile boundary. Do I want to go... Will you guys bear with me while I go make a coffee before this? Might do. Let me give you a nice view. I'm just going to go make a coffee. I'm very tired. I had the little nephew last night, and I'm just exhausted. Lots of Star Wars and fun and brain rot humour tires you out. I'm just going to go grab a coffee, and then we'll start that suburb. Please enjoy the view. Let me zoom you out a bit, actually, of the city from the arterial bundle, which is one of my favourites. So, we're back in a second, guys. Hello people, I am back with Java. Oh, always love your CS1 night views. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, wasn't it, right? I tweeted it yesterday, actually. My nighttime CS1, just beautiful, especially the area, right? You see all the street lights. The thing about CS2 as well, like, the lights have a level of detail, so if you zoom too far out, you don't see anything. Like, you lose all that definition, you know? Anyway, so yeah, this little area over here has been the tile boundary for a very long time since we came over to build the Phoenix Gardens and Botanical over here, which was a very, very long time ago, and it just kind of awkwardly, abruptly ends as it transitions back to countryside here, so let's see what we can do. We do actually have resource here. Do we want to bring some ore mining in? We do already have a small local one, not too far, don't we? Yeah, there's one here, isn't there? Do you want another one? Do you want to do a little ore mine rather than just round the suburb off? Do we do that? A bit of terraforming, maybe? Bit of a pit. Do you want to do that? You guys can choose. Do you want suburb or mine? They're very different projects. Choose which one you want. I need town centre tips and miles look like out of place, which is annoying. Google Earth, Harry. Google Earth, mate. If you Google Earth it, you've just got endless inspiration for plazas. Check out a town centre near you. Any centralisation, landscaping, positioning of services, where's the doctors, where's the police, where's the fire station. Can just help give you a sense of positioning in CS sometimes, I think. All mine for more revenue. Yes, we do need more revenue, don't we? Okay then, I'm inclined to move this road out the way a little bit because it's where do we want to put it? Where's the resource map at? Yeah, it's going right through the middle, isn't it? So we'll have to relocate this. That's fine then. We can just take it around the edge. And then I think what I will do is put this into the arterial. And then that road we just deleted can be the entrance into the mine. Good day from Western Australia. Good day, Little. How are you, mate? Good day to you. Whereabouts in Western Australia? If you don't mind me asking. That's a personal question. Just feel free to ignore me. There we go. And that still provides the same connection back out to the country. And it will also give it a very cool view into this coal mine, actually. So let's first of all sink down. And what I'm looking for here is just about that cliff face texture begins to expose, right? That's really what I'm after there. I just want to push this over the shape of the ore. Does it really matter how steep that outer terrain gets because we're building an ore pit? It's actually kind of what we want here, you know? Just that little finger of ore vein that sits on the hill there. We will tear that out. It's projects like this where service painter becomes pretty quality of life. Which I think we did actually have an agreement, didn't we, that we would make surface painter quality of life, just to paint in concrete and mud textures wherever we need them. I'm pretty sure we did agree on that. That is perfect for 3-tooth excavators with the 3 ores of veins. Well, you know what, Harry? Someone told me in, I think it was Kokai's mine episode, we had a comment from the mining police actually, who told us that those big 3-tooth excavator things, the bucket excavators, aren't actually used for the mining themselves. They're used for sifting through all the stuff that's blasted out. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm obviously not at all familiar with mining practice or regulation, as you would probably imagine. But something interesting I thought I'd know, right? So with these little fingers of mountain that are left, if you like, let's really forest them back up. As if they're still wild, natural Rannoch, and the whole hillside at some point was like this, right, before the TNT came along. Tell you what, I was driving up the M6 the other day, actually. I might even jump on Street View, see if I can show you. And there's a brand new, enormous quarry on the M6 that just, like, blasted away like a Lake District mountain. It's terrible. It's awful. Really, really ugly. Yeah. Cool. Right, let's bring this up here. Can we make this a pretty big ore mine controlled by a greedy company that doesn't care for the environment and the surrounding population? Absolutely. Of course we can. That sounds great. Let's grab this industrial road and we'll send this in. That can just go there. We'll use a lot of dirt road around here today as well, I reckon. And then let's place the mine here. Does anyone want to name the mine? If you want to throw in suggestions, get them in the live chat. Why I paint out the industrial area. Well, it goes quite a bit further up into the mountain as well, doesn't it? We won't need that much though. We won't need that much, I don't think. Maybe we can expand it at some point. All the way through here. Go. And then let's give it a nice, neat little edge, shall we? Go. What are we going to do with this bit over here? I think I'll just leave a forest border between house and mine. Although these are probably a little bit too close now. I'm going to de-zone these guys here on the edge. I think their back gardens are literally just too close to the quarry for it to be feasible now, I think. I'll just follow those contour lines around with the forests. Quite thick and bushy here. And then even onto the tops as well, I think. Something not too dissimilar to that. Yeah, so you can really see where manners come in, right? I think that's quite a powerful visual for the ore quarries, you know, it's like when you make them look very purposely horrific and terraformed, it actually makes them look quite a bit better. Do you turn off the icons for issues in the city? Do you just not have any problems? No, there is problems. Not massive ones though. I mean, I'll go find some for you. There you go. Something is abandoned over here. Why did it abandon? What was up with you? That building is abandoned because there were no raw materials. You know, so occasionally, you know, someone over there wants some workers, but the city runs, which is what's important. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever have a city with no issues at all. There will always be something that wants to be addressed, but as long as it's not crippling your economy, you're alright. Traffic is building up here, isn't it? What's going on? We got too many traffic lights, that's why. No. 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 And no. Let's leave them up to the main one. I'm not sure I'm happy with people parking on this road, actually. Do we want to knock that up to a road that doesn't have parking? It's okay, that's fine. We'll see how it goes anyway. We're about to introduce industrial traffic to this area as well, which should be interesting. So let's get the big boy mining assets positioned. We want... I mean, do we want to use these? They are very cool, aren't they? Let's say somewhere here. Something like that. A bit deeper in, perhaps. Do we want them there? There is a local estate to me that used to be a quarry, then they built houses at the base, and about 2-3 years ago the quarry walls started to crumble, so they had to have emergency work to secure them. There you go, no. It's a good job with Deezo and those people then, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty terrifying, that, isn't it? I bet those houses would be an absolute frigging nightmare to sell now, wouldn't they? Because I bet, wouldn't that be listed on the, like, the survey now? That there is crumbling quarry walls that are holding your house up? Probably, right? Let's go there then. We'll have that there. So I'm not sure if I want to do much processing here. I think we almost just want to do extraction. Like, I'm not sure. I definitely don't want no rotary kiln plants here, do I? That'll look stupid. Maybe just a single little ore grinding mill. What's that going to make us? Metal. We have metal desire around here. Paper factory, pulp mill. Don't think so. No. It can just go to storage, I suppose, then, can't it? I think. Let's do a road through this way. And I just want to do a small little slope just at the edge of these pits so we can bring the dirt roads out of them. Even connect that in there too. We'll do some nice fencing around there. Make it so it doesn't look like it's an area for civilians, etc. And then with this one, let's bring that dirt road around the side, and then we'll slope it to this point instead. This way we can create entrances now into each of the pits. You can go down, you can come down the side, and then this can go down there. Go. So I'm quite keen on having a few of these larger pit mines as well. Ooh, actually, everyone, possible alignment of the day goes to large underground ore mine heading into the end of the valley, doesn't it? We'll have a bit of that. And then if I can complement with small. Yeah, I think so. Although your orientation needs to be arranged out, because you're too deep otherwise. Let's try there. Yeah. Something like that. And then let's do, what are you from there to there? 11 units. Let's come down to, oh, was it there? I think the mouse might have just moved them. No, we're alright, alright. So this is where surface painter would be great, right? The only vanilla alternative here is running poor man's surface painter, which murders a ton of nodes and still even then doesn't do a great job. But it's fine. We could also just put it back to back as well, couldn't we? Which is actually what I wanted to do. So we will. I'm just rambling about surface painter because I want it. Oh, Maniac Mana with a $10 US super chat. Good morning, my fellow yokes. Thank you so much for the $10, mate. I really appreciate that. Good morning to you as well. Good morning to the East Coast of America that is beginning to wake up and join us. Hello, Americans. Right. Let's do another one here. I want that same visual. We should also do regular zone here as well, actually. So we can get the ore specialization in, even though we have no industrial demand, which is fine though, it will eventually come in. And then let's give that the regular ore industry there. And then just fill them in. Not a spot there. I used to find the more awkward this zoning is actually kind of the better a job it does is filling in prop space for you in vanilla. And then of course lots of rocks. Lots of rock decals. Do we want to do some false cliff face spice? Do this kind of stuff, right, where you're kind of precariously balancing them on the edge. It's like that house that Nook was just talking about, wasn't it? One more lane will end traffic, trust me, it will, won't it? It's gone now anyway, it's filtered away. How did this road end up? Is this any better now? Yeah, it's much clearer through here, isn't it? That match day traffic porn, everyone, for that. Look at that. So many little details around Rannoch, you know? Just like this random public transport stop has little props on it. Absolutely love it. Very nice. All the walking porn. Using my limited pathways. Yes, please. Yes, please. And then, more rocks. Let me get you in. You're a big chungus, aren't you? I don't mind you, though. And let's maybe get some cliff action here. Around the underground mine, perhaps. Can we kind of blend these in? I really wish the collision mesh was just a rock, you know, and not that obnoxious square around it. How much better my life would be with that. I think there's an argument to be made that's possibly too many rocks, but we'll leave it in and see how it grows on us. We'll see. Cool. Next one. Let's try use some different assets here as well. Not always go the same. OCP91 with a $4.99 US super chat. Good morning from North Carolina. What a treat to wake up to. Happy building coffee. Thank you so much, CP, for the $5, mate. Appreciate it. And we've actually got one of our golden egg yolks. No, it's one of the egg yolks, not golden egg yolks. That's not a thing. One of the egg yolk patrons has travelled home back to North Carolina today for Sunday brisket, I believe. Josh is back at home. So we have another Carolinite. Is that what you guys call yourselves? I'm not sure. Why is there a little kink in the road there? I don't like that. Let's get rid of that. Just redraw that actually, so make sure we hit the guidelines. There we go. And then let's do. Oh, we want the medium ore quarry though, don't we? This is such a cute asset. Let's place it here then. I did just say I don't want to use the same assets. That does not terrain conform though, which looks horrendous. Let's see if we can ease that out a little bit. The great thing about Industries DLC is it will still produce workers, even if there is no industrial demand. It kind of doesn't really care. Kind of like how that's cutting into the terrain there, but I'm just going to ease it out a little bit. There we go. And then let's bring those larger blocks through here too. I do also want the visual of that big red storage unit from the mine industry as well. This one. Well, it's bloody massive though, isn't it? Maybe not then. I don't know, where do I want that in the facility? I feel like there actually, that little spot there might be quite nice. Can I just place that there? Is that all I want to do? Might be. Trolley buses, do you want to see some of your trolley buses, Harry? I know you love them. Do you want to see the trolley bus interchange? It's only down here. There you go, we can have a hydration break here while I drink what is now a very cold coffee that I went to make. We'll do 20 minutes ago. There's a tree on the road, we'll get rid of it, fireplace. We'll get rid of it. You could call this the Egg End Mine because it's close to the end of the city, and Egg End Mine, that Rannoch's naming it. I like that. I like that depot, we'll use that. It's quite on brand. Good brisket around these parts, and it's North Carolinians, actually. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, I would love to visit America. I think I'm going to do a road trip at some point, once I have my house sorted. Which there has been news, by the way, on the house. I'll then see what finances allow. I think I'm going to do... I would love to do like a barbecue tour of America. And start East Coast and then just drive west, stopping at most barbecue places. I could do that for a holiday. 100%. That'd be incredible. Barbecue food is like... Do you want to be bold and say top 3? Is barbecue top 3? It could be, you know. I think Chinese is number 1. And then barbecue, probably. I'm not sure what number 3 would be. Yeah, they are pretty underutilised, Harry, aren't they? I do like this trolley bus system. Much better now, of course, they can cross with trams. Just can't. Anyway, let's name the mine before that suggestion scrolls away. Let's do... What is it? The Egg End Mine Company? Thank you, Depot. I definitely want lots of fencing around here, like we mentioned. I want this to look like it's not open to civilians. I might do a... we could do a toll booth, but I think that's a bit official for what this place actually is, you know. Let's just bring that straight behind. I hate that. I don't like the fact those office spaces are part of the industry. You're gonna have to go, sorry. There you go, big mine. I was just uprooted some local office firm. It's playing into the role, isn't it? Cool. And then, so what I love here actually is the visual of piles. Coal piles, I mean, not medical piles. Don't fit though. You will fit. You will fit. I've decided. Alright. Yeah, piles of sand / coal would love to be visible from the highway here. And then we'll just restart that fence. Yeah. We've actually kind of used the coal storage almost as a fence there, haven't we? Which is actually quite cool. How it joins up there with a different wall type. I actually really like that. I never thought of doing that before. Come to Rayleigh, there's a few places, but like Fireplace said, there's a lot of places on the outskirts of town. Mooresville, about 2 hours from me. What did Fireplace say? I used to come down there every weekend. One of the best briskets I ever had. It was in a place called Lancaster's outside of Mooresville. I kind of want to go check that out, you know. Should we go to Google Maps? What did you guys say? Mooresville? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Lancaster's Barbecue and Wings. Is this the place? This one down here. Where are we here? Where is this in America? Sorry, I'm very lost. We are north of Charlotte. Okay, that's the one. Can we get a menu? I'm kind of curious. I'm not gonna lie. They don't have a website. What? What company doesn't have a website in this day and age? Is it still in business? Absolutely is. When was this taken? June 23? I love the logo. That's so cool, isn't it? Eastern North Carolina style. This is the sort of place I want to visit, you know? Place that's got an American flag on the front and a pig logo. That's definitely where I want to go. Oh, they've even got takeout too. Very nice. Takeout barbecue is the dream, isn't it? Should we get some city inspiration while we're here? What's this? Warehouses? I've never actually looked at Charlotte, you know? But city inspiration. Oh, it's very gritty, isn't it? Look at that. Bank of America Stadium. Should we get on the street view? Is it Charlotte tall? Is it all high-risey? Or is it quite midi? Yeah, there's towers here, isn't there? But yeah, there is towers here. Holy smokes, that's a big one, isn't it? Yeah, nice North American city inspiration. I love that. Look at that little sky bridge, isn't that gorgeous? That's so nice. Love that. Do that with Anarchy and move it. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah. Oh, big, important corporate black towers as well. Some serious business going on here, isn't there? Omni Hotel. They have a nice looking skyscraper, I think. Multi-story unit next door to us. Oh, what was that? Was that some shady dealings under the bridge? Possibly. Why are you hanging out on the bridges for? What are you doing under that? Is this a big bus terminal? It is, isn't it? That just sit in the middle of the city, does it? Yeah, it's just there, isn't it? Right next to the Spectrum Centre. Cool. Yeah, I always love, look at those highways as well, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Imagine having to live here. You're literally next to this massive flyover. Eastern Charlotte. Crazy. That must be so loud, there's so much noise pollution there, isn't there? Little cloverleaf interchanges. How is the traffic around Charlotte, by the way? Is it, like, horrific? I know, like, Dallas can be quite bad, can't it? It's like a famously bad traffic city, isn't it? I've not really heard Charlotte before now. Right, let's get this last pit filled in here. I might even stop the forest a little bit before the road, just so the road can have visual of the mine. Maybe. We'll see. What's the Charlotte traffic flow? Yeah, if you Carolinians can give us a reading, what do you think the Charlotte traffic flow is? I like the name Charlotte as well. I think that's quite a cool name for a city. What other city names are also people names? That's a great pub quiz question, that, isn't it? Should we talk about that in the chat? So you've got Charlotte. What other person names are also named after cities? Sophia, yeah, good shout, Harry. Sophia, yeah. What else? It's a hard one, isn't it? Paris, yeah, I suppose, yeah. Seattle? Is Seattle a name? I've never seen anyone called Seattle before. Austin, yeah, Austin, absolutely. Richmond, yeah, Richmond is. Raleigh, shout out Sir Walter Raleigh. Sydney, yeah, Sydney is too. Good shout. Quite a few, isn't there? As it turns out. There is quite a few of them. Vienna, yeah. Is Vienna a person name? It sounds like it could be. St. Louis named after a king, apparently. There you go. There you go. So when that pub quiz question eventually comes up for one of you, I will go halves on the winnings for you for that one. Yeah, we've had Sydney before. Yeah, Sydney's one of them. Get these underground mines, overground mines, sorry, back in. Vienna Teng, US songwriter and singer, a lovely gal, wonderful, notorious. Thank you for letting me know that. I love that. Vienna Teng. Yeah, I think it sounds like it could be a name, Vienna, couldn't it? Definitely. I think so. Yeah, and then should we stick that ore grinding mill down here as well? Did say we wanted one, didn't we? Let's bring it into this pit here. Give ourselves a bit more room. I like to play with possible orientation here, actually, in terms of stitching two of them together. Let's do one there. Then I'll give myself even more room. There we go. And then, how deep are you here? 9. Oh, it's gonna be a tight one. I need even more room. There we go. Actually, I only need 7, don't I? Because that's taking up 2 of them there. And then face that way, I think. And then we can just bring that down. It gives us a bit more interesting space when they're angled against each other like that, doesn't it? Bit of local industrial processing, if you like. So you have to think about what came first, city name or the person's name. Probably be the person name, wouldn't it? Guess it depends how old the city is. It's something like Paris, probably not. Something like Sydney, maybe. I'm not sure. But North Carolina is filled with the names of towns that came from the UK, to be honest, for obvious reasons. Yep, shout out 13 colonies. Who here likes whiskey? Not me, Tim. I would rather drink paint thinner than whiskey. Obviously, that's a big exaggeration, but yeah, I'm not a bourbon or a whiskey man at all. It's they can go in spirits, which I very rarely drink these days anyway. I once had an incredibly traumatizing experience drinking porn star martinis, which has really put me off drinking for pretty much ever. Just, yeah, horrendous. But if I'm going spirit, it's either gin or vodka, to be honest. And then let's just have that fence run off into the forest. So you can't see the end of it. This is the visuals I had in mind for the drive by the mine, right? You sort of coming past, you can just sort of see some towers, little bits of infrastructure poking out. That is a great example right there, isn't it? Very cute. Cincinnati is named after a Roman general. Is it really, EMB? That is very interesting. Have you just Googled that, or was that top of the head knowledge? Thank you for 120 of you choosing to spend your Saturdays talking about random city stuff with me as well, by the way. I appreciate it. I do miss these live streams, to be honest. I know we've not been consistent streaming now for well over a year, but yeah, I do miss it. I do miss it. No. This fence needs to not be right up against the road like that. Let's bring this down. And then bring that one. Oh, can we get the little... Is there a... What's it called? Is it booth? It is booth, yeah. I'm just going to use some of these props to try and create the aesthetic of a at least gated or somewhat guarded entrance into the mine. This is also where CS2 begins to outshine 1, is its selection of base vanilla props. Like you can get those really cute little like, security gates that work fantastically well as you know, just sort of security checkpoints is really what they are, aren't they? Yeah, maybe a service actually, small service police station, Korea, or the Japan police box actually. That's a smaller one, isn't it? Which Harry's just called out as well. God, where's the ambulance? Move! For God's sake! All I can hear is sirens. Get out of the way! Damn it! I mean, it does the job really, doesn't it? It does. Let's stick some car parking next to it as well. Let's do just this one, or not. Of course, it doesn't fit. That's fine though. We will make it fit. Let's just move that. Parking here, and then police station next door. Maybe a tree or two as well. Let's do. There's a fly stuck in my room. It's incredibly annoying. You guys can hear. It's like a zeppelin as well, like enormous. You guys can hear that? Let me know. There's not a lot I can do about it, but let me know if it's irritating you. If we're doing Ohio, Columbus is a definite one for sure, Caesar. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. It's insane that American base doesn't have decent intercity rail, even between some of its largest cities. I did see a map on Twitter the other day, actually, of American rail versus European rail, and there's nothing. Why is that? I'm actually not aware of why Americans don't use trains. Was it just never developed as infrastructure? So it's just never been, I guess, part of your culture. I mean, I hate UK trains. they're the worst things in the world. Delayed, dirty, they stink. They're expensive as fuck. It's cheaper to fly to Europe than it is to take a train in England. Ridiculous. Pretty sure you can get flights to Benidorm now for like 30 quid, and a train from Manchester to London will cost you like 120. It's disgusting. Mental. And then they're like, oh, but we should all hit net zero by this certain date. It's like, well, if you want everyone to use public transport, don't charge them that, because I won't ever use it. Because it's just stupid expensive. I'll have some commercial here, I think. Although this might be... Do you know what this might be a good spot for, actually? Should we do a little... sort of like last gas stop on the way out of town? A bit of a highway rest stop on this space here. You know, you leave in the city here, right? So you might want to grab gas or supplies on your way out, etc. Let's have a look at that. Realistically, who wants to go to Benidorm? It's a valid point. Benidorm is actually, well, what I've been told. I've never been. It's supposedly a very good holiday. It's Blackpool with sun, I think it's described as, isn't it? Benidorm. Which isn't a great compliment, because Blackpool isn't sort of a pinnacle of what I would say British seaside resorts can be. How many Japanese buildings have we got left? We do have a service station and restaurant, which is enormous. Does do the job though. We want to go this one. Should we have this on the edge of town? I'm missing a lot of chat. My apologies, everyone. Did they fix? I think they did fire police. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that in patch notes. You know that they fixed that police station. Was broke for a long time though. The answer would get a political egg, or would it? Oh yeah, okay. Maybe. Please don't start breaking political rules. I've had to dish out 2 bans today for political shit. It is very unusual for us. We never dish out bans. It used to be a grand part of the American experience many, many years ago. It's only been neglected since. Even high-speed train plans keep getting shot down and the highways get busier, so frustrating. So it's just basically the one more lane, bro vibe, is it, pretty much? That sort of stuff. So instead you get massive highways and parking lots. Fair enough. The investment in rail and government funding airports and airlines, right? Okay, interesting. But it's just not something the country's ever really supported them, right? That's why you guys don't have it. Well, you're not missing out on much, because it's crap in the UK. It's absolutely terrible. It's much better in Europe, but the UK is horrifically mismanaged and badly run. I'm going to change this to regular road here just so we slow them coming down into the city. And then let's bring out a little road here. And then place the service station here. Can we also bring that back down onto the arterial? Is that a connection we want to make? Possibly. Let's make sure we definitely get rid of traffic lights here though, because that was knackering our traffic last time. Yes. And then we can actually, that takes up that little chunk of land quite nicely there, doesn't it? And then we can just bring the perimeter fence of the ore mine back around. Get some extra little details in here too. There we go. Don't forget about the rocks, absolutely not, Memo. I won't. Would you do a build on one of the new City Skylines maps or Mountain Taper? Probably not ever Mountain Taper, because I know Imperator's built on it, hasn't he? So I probably wouldn't touch Mountain Taper for that reason alone, because the city's already been built on it. The next series to go after Rannoch, though, will certainly be on one of Teddy's maps from that map pack that came out last year. So it'll still be an official map, but map pack map, yeah. I want that little gas station asset. Should we just plop it? I think we will. It's a 3x4 if my nerd knowledge of Cities Skylines kicks in. No, 4x3. It is 4x3. There we go. Yeah, it is this one, isn't it? It is, yeah. Oh god, you're missing shopping malls as well, Harry. That's such a good content creator pack as well. I love shopping malls. King Leno is here with the people. Let's also remove the zoning from this 4-lane road. That way we'll get the ones in the middle back. So just single little gas station here. And then maybe a bit of a rest area. Let's do halfway in the grid. Send that back to the road. And then let's go for some quintessential table action. I'm still drinking this coffee, by the way. It's like 48 minutes old now. It's not very warm anymore. Tiny playground, yeah, we can do some of those tiny little tourism parks actually. This one here. Should we do a couple? Maybe not so close to the road actually. Next door. Yeah. And then I think I probably do want fence between those little areas, right, and the benches. You imagine that would probably have some sort of barrier there. Just a simple park fence, nothing too industrial. And now let's get some trees in there too. There's quite a bit of space next door as well there, isn't there? Do we want to stick another Japanese asset in? We've got the capacity for them. We've got quite a few left, I think. Put the drive-in restaurant next door. It's not too bad, is it? Chat, did anyone know why certain buildings do not spawn in CS1? I downloaded some houses from a content creator pack in Steam, created a style, but when I zone it, the buildings won't spawn, even if I set random. What district mod are you using? Or what's it called? The district styles? I can't remember what the mod's called now, it's been ages since I played with it. It could be the mod that's broke, if you're checking in Skype. Hold on, let me pull up. I'll have it on my mods here, in the ILOS playset. Yeah, District Styles Plus, which now has a linked package. What is the linked package? Compatibility info is now succeeded by District Styles plus V2. Are you using that one, Rian? Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, okay, you're already on it. I suppose it can cause issues no longer supporting it. Last reviewed. Yeah, it still should work. I'm not sure in that case then, June, if you're using the right mod. Join the Discord, mate. Make a post. No Land's had some success fixing. It's not the fact you don't have... sometimes it can be you don't have enough of level 1 buildings in your theme at the size you're zoning. So basically it can never spawn a level 1 building. So say for example in your custom theme, maybe you haven't included level 1 4x4 or 2x4. So it can never get started because there's no level 1 asset of that variety. That can also be a problem with district styles as well. So make sure you've got that criteria matched, if you like. Exibrit, why does someone think of him somewhere else? Egg, do you live in the UK or Australia? I thought it was Australia all this time. Nah, mate, I mean, I don't sound Aussie, do I? God forbid. Nah, mate, it's, I'm English, yeah. Northern English, if you're looking for the specific accent. Yeah, I like that. That's a very nice little accompaniment just on the end there, isn't it? Let's go for that then. And then we can bring this final pit mine to a close. This is what has been a very fun little project, actually. I'm glad we came over to finish this bit of the city. Much more interesting than just general suburbia as well, isn't it? Do you know what I went back and watched the other day? I'd love to know if you guys also have this with anything you've watched as well. I was just browsing TV and happened to stumble across an episode of How I Met Your Mother, which I absolutely used to love in like the early teens when it was on. And I watched an episode of it and it was like the most cringe-worthy thing I've seen in ages. I genuinely don't know how I used to sit there and enjoy it. It just made me cringe now. Don't know what it was. I don't know if you guys have ever had that. Like a TV show you remember fondly from your childhood or teenage years, and then you go back and watch it now and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, this isn't funny. This is terrible. I really used to sit through an episode of this. I used to love it now, man, and now I was just like, what the hell is this? This is terrible. This is an awful series. You don't sound quintessential British, I guess. Do you not think? Suppose not. My accent is a bit of an amalgamation these days. It has had a lot of different influences over the years. Same, can't do it now. It's awful, isn't it? It's really, really bad. Like, just Neil Patrick Harris making loads of really, like, cringe-worthy jokes, and just like, how did this... like, why did I consider this entertainment? Like, 15 years ago. It was awful, like, really bad. I was actually, like, wincing with cringe. I was like, oh my word, this is horrific. What is this? Really, really couldn't enjoy it. Supposedly, like, with some games as well, and I probably wouldn't have went back and played games from back in the day. Well, then again, you know, those games are Ocarina of Time for me, which is still amazing. I could quite easily do another Ocarina of Time run. You sound like Mumbo Jumbo, a famous Minecraft YouTuber. He's quite southern, isn't he? He's quite sort of Londoner English, I think, Mumbo Jumbo. I have seen him before, I know who you're talking about. Are we happy with this then? Are we happy with the mine? I think maybe I want some more facility here. It's a bit naked there, isn't it? Should we see if we can produce something? Dig ourselves out a little space. Do you want to go raw material storage? No, I think I just want more mines. We'll have the storage and the processing out of the pits, I think. There we go. And then I don't want to start spamming loads and loads of these because this will keep attracting a lot of industrial traffic. It will choke at some point. So let's just fill in those spaces now with rocks where the game will decide it wants them. We had trees in the road, didn't we? Didn't someone say? Yes, there is. There we go. Very, very well spotted. Let's budge that one back up a little bit. Still hopping again. There we go. Cool. And then all this forest here as well can just get filled in around the back of these houses now. Cool. I think that was a much more interesting way to use that landscape, right? On the way out of town. Big O. Very nice indeed. Ocarina of Time is not cringe. No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. You should play it on a channel if you want. I don't think I'd get away with an Ocarina of Time Let's Play. I can't stray too far away from simulation, design, management sort of vibe. So, Mana Lords will fly, Anno will, Foundation, other little city builders, probably not Zelda. Don't think so. My cousin loved Mrs. Brown's Boys. Oh my god, man, I fucking hate Mrs. Brown's Boys. That's gotta be... I would show you a clip now if I wouldn't get copyright struck for it. That's gotta be one of the worst British sitcoms that's ever been made. Horrendous. I can't stand Mrs. Brown's Boys. Thank you for reminding me of that, Essex. Terrible. Absolutely awful. There are a lot of Aussies with British accents. I think sometimes I mistake Aussies as South Africans. Sometimes the accents can really blend together. And Bird and Bee Haven, Harry. Yeah, let's go do the Bird and Bee Haven. So I built a bird reserve without including the bird asset. Criminal, I know, right? Where should we have it? Let's find it first of all. How big are you? Quite big, actually. I think we'll reform a little bit of this here then, with a view to get the bird sanctuary integrated into this area. If I was just to really going to change how this looks here, if I was to do that, they can still get in here, can't they? Yeah, it's still connected there. Oh, I've got no zoning, you idiot. Let me fix that. There we go. Something like that is what I'm thinking, Harry. And then let's, that bulldozer is not too loud for you guys, is it? I know it really spams it when you master wheat like that, doesn't it? Right. Let's bring this nature reserve pathway back through. And then that can just go down into the bottom there like that. Is that alright, Harry? Are we happy with that? There we go. The birds and the bees are now in the Bird and Bee Haven. So, sorted. Everyone's happy now. Yeah, how did I leave that out? It's the most obvious asset in the world, that, isn't it? It's like making an airport and not including a runway. The birds and the bees, yeah. It is a prerequisite, yes. You gotta have the birth rate explosion, haven't you? What's my favourite comedy show? Oh, that's a tough question. What's my favourite comedy show? Peep Show is up there. I freaking love Peep Show, man. I could watch that time and time again. The US Office. I've watched the US Office at least 20 times through. I'd probably, if you could say, if you're gonna put a gun to my face and say one comedy show for the rest of your life, it would probably be the US Office. Yeah, probably would be. Peep Show is brilliant though. I freaking love Peep Show, man. Quote Peep Show for days. Such a good show. Faltered a little bit in the later seasons, but you know, what show doesn't? Still good though. I can still watch season 9 and enjoy it. Not if you know a county. We need build guide overgrown. There we go. And just bits of overgrowth through here, really. Cool. And was there anything else you wanted to do around the city? Gonna have to be careful where I go because there are episodes that haven't been shown yet. I'm pretty sure there was something else over here, wasn't there? I wanted to have a look at. How are we doing for garbage collection at the minute? Extremely well, actually. We won't need another landfill site for a little bit. UK office greater than the US office. I've not seen the UK one, although I am a fan of Gervais. I've just not seen yeah, I've just never actually sat down and watched it. It came out when I was too young, and then when I grew up, I grew up with the US office, you know. Yeah, Steve Carell's brilliant. IT Crowd's fantastic. I bloody love IT Crowd. I say the thank you computer man, and my father was particularly proud of the IT department. A genius, a dynamic go-getter, and a man from Ireland. To my mod, who's Irish, all the time. Like, at least once a week. Yeah, there's a lot of great British comedy. Even the older ones as well, going back to Fawlty Towers, Monty Python stuff. Bottom, if you've got a ridiculous sense of humour, it is pretty good. There's yeah, there's loads of great British comedies. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done, guys. We've done what I wanted to do today. I don't think there's any other little unfinished projects we had to tie off. I'm sure there was. I had definitely had something in mind. Yes, it was this here. So we removed the airport headline headquarters from this corner, and it's never been replaced. So we need to put something here. Quite an important building, so I think we'll go unique. With that in mind, let's have a look what's available. Mall of Moderation. No. I want something more office focused, I think, really. Like corporate headquarters. Greetings from Germany. Hello, Heinz. How are you, my friend? The Detectorist is very good. I've not heard of that one. What about IT Crowd? Yeah, IT Crowd's brilliant. There's nothing here that's immediately jumping out at me. We've got one of these. City office building, that could work. Or we could do the resort hotel. Because we are right by the airport here. Have this as a bit of an airport hotel. Which one do you think? Office building or hotel resort? What should we put here? I'm leaning, I think, more hotel. Unless there's still more choice. Did you ever watch The Craziness of the Mighty Boosh? I did not know. Not a massive lover of Noel Fielding, if I'm honest. Yeah. So I think that kind of kept me away from it. Noel Fielding and James Corden. James Corden is the biggest clown I might have ever seen come out of the UK. I can't fucking stand James Corden. Dude's a professional gimp. Can't stand him. We can't go tall, can we? No, we're right by the runway. The aviation police will crucify me for that. Nothing from skyscrapers. Anything from Korea? We really are running out of buildings, aren't we? There's also that one we just used, well, put down in the miniature station as well. African miniature at the park. Both resort hotel. You know what? Let's do both. Americans agree. I don't know how he went to America and became like the biggest talk show host ever. Like, do Americans like James Corden? Can't. I hate him. I didn't watch Gavin and Stacey either, so I had like no previous allegiance to James Corden. Have you seen that laugh that he does? The fake James Corden laugh? I bet I can... Can I get it up on YouTube without being copyright struck? Let me see.
Alright, kid.
I'm gonna get an advert here, aren't I? Let me see if let me just see what this video is. I guess I can show this. I can probably show this. Let me just pause CS. So this, just watch this clip here, right? This is just a 39-second clip, or like a montage of him laughing. None of this laughter is genuine. It's the worst, isn't it? No one laughs like that. It's just, it's, oh god, it makes my skin crawl. I can't stand hearing his voice. It's just terrible. Can't stand him, yeah. One of my biggest hatreds, actually, is is James Gordon. Do not like him. Let's bring this up here. This is on a bit of a awkward approach here. Let's do that. I just need a solid node to bring this road back in off. As an American, that is painful. I think it's painful for everyone. Hasn't he? He's left that talk show host in America now, though, hasn't he? I'm pretty sure. I think I want this angled, you know. Can we do your bend? Will you sit on that? No. No. No, it won't. I can picture how I want it, but I don't think I'm going to get it without anarchy. Can we do that? You won't fit there, will you? No, it's just slightly too wide. Okay. Can we do that one? Yes, we can. Coca Beans has just turned up next to me, which probably means it's time for walk number 3, actually. Are you okay, Coca Beans? Are you here asking me to take you out? Or are you just here because you can hear me talking, and you think I'm talking to you? Which is a possibility. I do love you, Coca Beans, but I'm not talking to you at the minute. I'm very cute. Yeah, let's bring this down, and then we'll get that office building in here. Let's have that. I quite like this visible from the highway, not directly next to it though. Yeah, I just for some reason, you know, when you just place an asset and like you just know you want it angled. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. You are distracting egg so bad this morning. It's okay though. I'm happy to be distracted. I think we'll go highway sound barriers here, just to save me placing fencing. And treat it as a crash barrier, is that right? Although, can we do 2-lane crash barrier here? Yes, we can. Let's do that. And then let's show some parking in next door for workers arriving to and from the airport. Let's just do regular vanilla, should be fine, I think. And then let's just bring up the trees around the edge of the highway. Let's also amend the trees that we deleted here as well. I don't know what's up with these roads. They keep breaking the trees, don't they? It was doing it before I deleted it as well. I don't know what's causing that. I think it's actually the first time I've seen it. We never had that in Orchid Bay, did we? Or maybe just where it bends, is it? Not sure. The next door to this, do we want to include... no, because we can't fit it there. I was thinking childcare, but... no dice. I think we'll just go extra car parking while we're right by the airport and big office buildings and resort hotels. There's always tons of car parking around these, isn't there? Bring that down and then just do some nice landscaping here. Level 2. I think you're onto something. I have no level 1 buildings in this style, but it's at random spawn level. I guess that's the reason. That's probably it then, mate, yeah. If you've got no level 1s, it has nowhere to start. Hopefully that resolves it for you. We've had someone in the Discord with that problem before, which is why I remember how to fix that one. Cool. Just so we got those buildings on the entrance to the couplet, it was very naked once we deleted the airline headquarters from there, wasn't it? That's a much nicer approach now. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? I bloody love the arterial bundle. One of the best things in the city, I think. Egg, if you were an officer on various task forces, e.g. rail police, which would you be? Aviation police, possibly. Probably aviation police, I think. Yeah. And now that CS2 has been around a while, which do you prefer now? Or are they equal? Do you lean more towards one? I still lean more towards CS1 for modded and vanilla, but I am enjoying CS2 a lot more these days, especially those region packs have like massively increased my love for CS2. I can still play CS2, but it's like, you know, gun to my head again, you can only play one for the rest of your life. I'd probably choose CS1 vanilla quality of life setup to never stop playing. I just like this version of the game right here is what I enjoy the most, you know. Love it. It's a lot of fun. Either way, that finishes our live stream projects for today. Let's go get a wonderful view, shall we, from the park. Now, we will give a shout out to our golden egg patrons as well, because there's so bloody many of you now. Incredible. Absolutely mad. Thank you for hanging out with your Saturday on me as well. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me a comment and a like as well if you've enjoyed it once the VOD goes up. But a big shout out to the golden egg patrons that support the channel these days. Andrew Perez, Bad Wolf, Casino, Darius Lava Roberts, Louis Adlam, Michael W, Phoenix MD, Jake Scott, Spartan Angel, Tiana Sannon, and Wesley Kip. Thank you so much indeed for all that mental support. Links down below if you're interested. But yeah, thanks for watching. Rannoch, of course, will be out next week on Monday for you. And there was a video out today as well. A city showcase went up this morning, so go check that out now if you haven't seen it. I'll link you there actually. Let me send you a link, and then I can rush all that traffic to my video. Let me grab the share link. Memento. There you go. That's a link to today's video that went up, so go watch that. Well, thanks for hanging out. Lots of fun little projects today for Rannoch's stream. Oh, should we get a view of the nighttime temple and botanical gardens? Isn't that cool? That's so nice, that, isn't it? I really love today's additions around here. I love this park. Super nice. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. We'll do more streaming, I promise. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.